The phrase work smarter, not harder is often repeated, but it holds more value than just being a catchy saying. This principle is not about cutting corners or avoiding effort. Instead, it's about finding ways to achieve greater results without simply increasing the number of hours spent working. Working smarter means leveraging tools, strategies, and resources that maximize productivity. It involves prioritizing tasks that have the most impact, streamlining processes, and eliminating unnecessary steps. By focusing on efficiency and effectiveness, it's possible to accomplish more in less time, freeing up energy for creativity and innovation. This approach encourages thoughtful planning and the use of technology to automate repetitive tasks. It's about setting clear goals, measuring progress, and continuously improving methods. Rather than equating busyness with success, working smarter shifts the focus to outcomes and value. Ultimately, the goal is to multiply results without multiplying effort. Why working harder doesn't always equal success. For many, the path to success has been defined by relentless effort, long hours at the office, responding to every message, and agreeing to every request. This traditional mindset suggests that the more time and energy invested, the greater the rewards. However, a closer look at the modern workplace reveals a different reality. Despite working harder than ever, many individuals find themselves stuck, unable to achieve the wealth, freedom, or happiness they seek. The assumption that extended work hours automatically translate to success is increasingly being challenged. In practice, this approach often leads to diminishing returns. The constant pressure to be available, to say yes to every opportunity, and to push through fatigue can result in chronic stress and ultimately burnout. Rather than moving closer to their goals, people may find themselves feeling exhausted, disengaged, and unfulfilled. Burnout is not a badge of honor, it is a warning sign. It signals that the balance between effort and reward has been lost. True achievement is not measured by the number of hours spent at a desk or the length of a to-do list. Instead, it is reflected in meaningful progress, personal well-being, and the ability to enjoy the results of hard work. Modern success stories increasingly highlight the importance of working with intention, setting boundaries, and focusing on high-impact activities. By prioritizing quality over quantity and learning to say no when necessary, it becomes possible to protect energy and maintain motivation. The most successful individuals and organizations recognize that sustainable achievement comes from smart strategies, not just sheer effort. In the end, redefining success means valuing balance, purpose, and fulfillment over endless hustle. Let's now dive into 4 effective ways to work smarter. 1. The leverage factor. Smart work is fundamentally about leverage, the ability to achieve greater results with less effort by making strategic choices. In today's fast-paced world, the difference between simply working hard and working smart can be transformative. 1 hour spent on high-leverage activities can produce more meaningful outcomes than 10 hours devoted to low-value, repetitive tasks. Leverage comes in many forms. Consider the impact of creating a video that continues to generate income long after the initial effort is complete. This single piece of content can reach countless viewers, educate, entertain, or sell, all while requiring no additional time once published. The same principle applies to systems that automate routine responsibilities, such as bill payments or appointment scheduling. By setting up these systems, time and mental energy are freed for more important pursuits. Another powerful example of leverage is skill development. Acquiring a specialized skill can dramatically increase earning potential. For instance, mastering a high-demand expertise allows for charging premium rates, effectively doubling income for the same amount of work. This is the essence of working smarter, investing in actions that multiply results rather than merely adding incremental gains. Leverage is not about avoiding effort. It is about directing effort where it counts most. Hard work, when applied to the right opportunities, can be amplified through smart strategies. The most successful individuals and organizations consistently seek ways to maximize their impact by focusing on activities that offer the greatest return. In practice, this means evaluating daily tasks and identifying those that can be automated, delegated, or eliminated. It involves prioritizing projects that have the potential to scale and create ongoing value. By shifting focus from busyness to effectiveness, it becomes possible to achieve more with less stress and greater satisfaction. Ultimately, hard work adds, but smart work multiplies. Embracing leverage transforms productivity, unlocks new opportunities, and paves the way for lasting success. 2. The 80-20 rule. A powerful framework for working smarter is the 80-20 principle, also known as the Pareto principle. This concept reveals that roughly 80% of results often stem from just 20% of actions. In nearly every field, business, education, health, or personal development, a small fraction of efforts consistently drives the majority of outcomes. Despite this, many people fall into the trap of spending the bulk of their time on activities that have minimal impact. Meetings that go nowhere, endless email threads, and routine tasks can easily consume hours without contributing meaningfully to progress. The result is a busy schedule, but little to show for it in terms of real achievement or growth. The key to working smarter lies in identifying the vital 20%, the select actions, projects, or relationships that truly move the needle. These are the efforts that generate wealth, create freedom, and fuel personal or professional growth. By focusing attention and resources on these high-impact areas, it becomes possible to multiply results without multiplying effort. Applying the 80-20 principle requires honest evaluation and a willingness to let go of low-value tasks. This might mean delegating responsibilities, automating repetitive work, or simply saying no to distractions. It also involves regularly reviewing goals and progress to ensure that energy is being invested where it matters most. Organizations and individuals who embrace this mindset often experience dramatic improvements in productivity and satisfaction. Instead of being overwhelmed by a never-ending to-do list, they concentrate on the few actions that deliver the greatest return. This strategic focus not only accelerates success, but also creates space for innovation, creativity, and balance. In summary, the 80-20 principle offers a smarter lens for approaching work and life. By doubling down on the actions that drive the most significant results, it is possible to achieve more, stress less, and unlock new levels of success and fulfillment. 3. Energy, not just time. A crucial truth often overlooked is that productivity is not determined by the number of hours spent working, but by the quality of energy brought to each task. The difference between 2 hours of focused, energized work and 10 hours of distracted, fatigued effort is profound. In nearly every scenario, concentrated energy produces far greater results than simply logging more time. Modern research and real-world experience both confirm that sustained productivity relies on managing and protecting personal energy. When energy is high, tasks are completed more efficiently, creativity flows, and problem-solving becomes easier. Conversely, when energy is depleted, even simple assignments can feel overwhelming, and mistakes become more frequent. Working smarter, therefore, means making energy management a top priority. This involves building habits that support rest and recovery, such as taking regular breaks, getting adequate sleep, and allowing time for relaxation. It also means setting clear priorities, so that the most important and impactful work receives attention during peak energy periods. Another essential aspect of protecting energy is learning to say no to activities, commitments, or people that drain motivation and focus. This might involve declining unnecessary meetings, limiting exposure to distractions, or delegating tasks that do not align with core goals. By consciously choosing where to invest energy, it becomes possible to maintain momentum and avoid burnout. Organizations that recognize the value of energy management often see improvements in morale, engagement, and overall performance. Employees who feel empowered to take care of their well-being are more likely to bring their best selves to work, resulting in higher quality outcomes and greater satisfaction. Ultimately, the foundation of true productivity is not time, but energy. By prioritizing rest, setting boundaries, and focusing on what truly matters, it is possible to achieve more in less time and enjoy a healthier, more sustainable approach to work and life. 4. Tech and tools as multipliers. In the modern world, working smarter is closely tied to the effective use of technology and resources. The landscape of productivity has shifted, and those who embrace tools that work for them gain a significant advantage. Artificial intelligence, automation, and outsourcing are not simply shortcuts. They serve as powerful multipliers that amplify results and free up valuable time. Rather than spending hours on repetitive or low-value tasks, individuals and organizations can leverage technology to handle busy work efficiently. Automated systems can manage scheduling, data entry, and routine communications, while AI-powered tools can analyze information, generate insights, and even assist with creative projects. Outsourcing allows for the delegation of specialized or time-consuming responsibilities to experts. ensuring that work is completed to a high standard without monopolizing internal resources. The true benefit of these tools lies in the ability to redirect energy and attention toward activities that create lasting value. With routine tasks managed by technology, more time becomes available for building wealth, nurturing relationships, and investing in personal health. Strategic use of automation and outsourcing enables a focus on high-impact projects, innovation, and meaningful connections. Adopting this approach requires a willingness to evaluate current workflows and identify opportunities for improvement. It may involve learning new platforms, experimenting with different solutions, or seeking out trusted partners for outsourcing. The goal is not to eliminate effort, but to ensure that effort is spent where it matters most. Organizations that prioritize smart tool adoption often experience increased efficiency, reduced stress, and greater employee satisfaction. Individuals who embrace these resources find themselves with more freedom to pursue goals, develop skills, and maintain a healthy work-life balance. Ultimately, working smarter today means letting technology and external support handle the mundane, so that the best hours of the day can be dedicated to growth, connection, and well-being. By making the most of available tools, it is possible to multiply productivity and unlock new opportunities for success. In today's world, those achieving the greatest success are not necessarily the ones putting in the longest hours. Instead, the real winners are those who have mastered the art of focusing on what truly matters. By eliminating tasks that offer little value and dedicating energy to actions that produce lasting results, they set themselves apart. Hard work remains a virtue, symbolizing dedication and perseverance. However, it is smart work that unlocks true freedom and fulfillment. The ability to discern between busy work and meaningful progress is what distinguishes high achievers from the rest. Prioritizing impactful activities, setting clear boundaries, and making intentional choices lead to greater efficiency and satisfaction. The question then becomes, is the effort being invested simply adding to the workload, or is it moving closer to meaningful goals? The path to real achievement lies not in working harder for the sake of it, but in working smarter, making every action count. Ultimately, the choice is clear. Continue down the path of endless hustle, or embrace a smarter approach that multiplies results and creates opportunities for growth, balance, and lasting success. If you're ready to escape the grind and build smarter wealth and freedom, hit subscribe and start working with your time, not against it.